Going to talk about 5 awesome live albums. There'll be timestamps in the description, and there'll be playlists where you can check out other videos I've done. This is the 3rd video in this series. And in this video, I won't play any music just because of copyright concerns, but I will make a short video for each of the albums that I talk about. And the playlist has all that if you want to see it that way. I'll put one up each day starting whatever day this comes up until I do them all. So what I want to do is talk about just albums that I think are cool, that are live albums. I've talked about in the other videos why I think live albums are cool. 5 more that I think are kick-ass and you should check out. Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds live at Luther College. This was recorded in 1996, but the album wasn't released until 1999. Tim Reynolds is a phenomenal guitar player. He's kind of responsible for pushing Dave Matthews to go out and play music, become what he is today. He's in the band officially today, but he wasn't in the band for a long time as an official member. He toured with them. He did stuff like this with him. They did an album like this again later on in New York City at the Radio City Music Hall, but this is the one that I like better. It has very cool stripped down versions of early Dave Matthews songs. A lot of the songs on this album weren't released when this was recorded yet. They came out on his next 2 studio albums. If you're into acoustic rock, if you like Dave Matthews, or even if you don't, it's a very different way to hear a lot of these songs, and I think it's awesome. Guns N' Roses Live Era 87 through 93. This was released in 1999 and was put together by Del James, who was their road manager for a long time. And at the time, Axl was in the band, I guess technically, but Slash and Duff and some of the other guys that Guns N' Roses is really known for, they weren't in the band. And apparently this was one of the easiest things they put out together because they worked through intermediaries. So to pick the songs that they were going to put, it was pretty simple. They just wrote back and forth through whoever they talked to. So I would prefer if a live album is true to being live as it could be. It has been documented that there's some fixes, some overdubs, some things they went back and changed. I think having it be, raw Guns N' Roses would have been cooler, but it's got a lot of awesome tracks. It's not from one concert. It doesn't really tell you where all the songs are from even. They're just over the years, different place they played. There is one that I know for sure. It's the Knockin' on Heaven's Door cover. That was done at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert after he unfortunately passed. It also has a Black Sabbath cover they're doing, which is pretty cool. Funeral for a Friend, Final Hours at the Hammersmith from 2006. They did a previous album that was their album called Hours that was live, like the album played through. And then this is Final Hours, which has a lot of songs from Hours, but it has other songs from their first 2 big commercial records and then some earlier EPs that they did. It's 15 tracks. It's awesome. Funeral for a Friend, I think, is one of the best bands of this style. If you think of any style that you could call them, this is my favorite band that does that. They're from Wales. Not a lot of bands that are known from Wales. Bullet for My Valentine's, I believe, is. This album, Hours, that they have a lot of songs they play through. It's, I think, the best album that's been out of any genre since the year 2000. It is amazing. Check it out if you've never heard it. An Evening with John Petrucci and Jordan Rudess from the year 2000. It was re-released again in 2004 with 3 extra songs. So John Petrucci and Jordan Rudess play in Dream Theater, guitar player and keyboard player respectively. They're both virtuosic players in what they do. But this is almost, instead of progressive rock, which is what they're known for, almost more of like a jazz fusion kind of sound. It's like the coolest elevator music you would ever hear. From Jordan, you're getting mostly piano style playing and piano tones. From John Petrucci, you're getting mostly clean guitar. I think a lot of the times he's playing his electric guitar, but through what's called the piezo pickup. It gives it like a acoustic sound. I think there is some acoustic guitar from John, and there is some electric guitar where he's playing like distorted stuff. There is some cool keyboard stuff beyond just piano that Jordan does. But for the most part, it's very clean sounding, just very clean and very fast. But it's a very different way. It doesn't sound like Dream Theater at all. It sounds very unique and different from these great players. Magik 6 Live in Amsterdam from DJ Tiesto, released in the year 2000. The Magik series was a 7-album series that was live mixes from his turntable. Each of them was released pretty quickly after the other one. They were released like 6 to 8, 9 months apart, like at the most. There's a mixed version and an unmixed version. The mixed version you can think is like singles. It's just like the song itself, not really the transition stuff to get in and out of it because it is a live mix. The unmixed version I think is the better one. Most of the songs are longer. Some of the songs are twice as long. In true DJ fashion, DJ Tiesto does make his own music, but these are all, other people's songs that he thinks are awesome that he's mixing together, with the exception of one. There is one song that's kind of his. It's a remix that he did of a song called Silence from a band called Delirium, the In Search of Sunrise mix, which In Search of Sunrise is a different series he used to do. This is my favorite trance electronic song, way longer on the unmixed version than the mixed version, where you get more of a short kind of single version. It's not nearly as epic. If you like electronic music at all, check this out.